Alright, hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Princess Connect re-dive video. So, the last time that I made a official tier list on anything, clan battle, 3 stars, whatever, was over an entire, almost an exactly entire year ago. I think the last one I made was February of 2022. So, it is currently February of 2023. So, I thought I'd do something a little bit different since the middle of 2022, we were first introduced to the 6-star characters, and I've never did a 6-star character tier list. And now that we have quite a few amount of 6 stars, and we just got the Twinkle Wish 6-star update with Yui, Hiyori, and Rei, who I think are all fantastic 6 stars, I thought now would be the perfect time to come back from retirement from making tier lists and go ahead and drop one on the 6-star characters, because I think every 6-star character is really good in their own way. They're all fantastic. There's obviously some that are more useful in other game modes than others, which might rate them higher or lower, depending on overall strength and stuff like that. But we're going to jump into this tier list. So we have S, A, B, C, and D. Now, I don't think I'm going to put any characters in C or D. There's one character that comes to my mind that I might put in C, but I think it's going to be S, A, and B are all we're going to be using for now, because I genuinely do not think there is a bad 6-star character. They're way too good, so I have to put them above in the higher tiers. So I think we're actually going to start from the bottom and work our way up the tier list. Starting in on the end of the tier list, which is the B rank, I'm going to throw in, let's go, damn, this is tough. Let's go Carol. Now, the reason why Carol is going to be this low, and Carol is a fantastic 6-star, don't get me wrong. She can shred defense on magic, as well as a little bit on physical. It's there, it's useful, but it's mostly a magic defense character. She does a ton of AoE magical damage as well. She is going to be power creep so fast, and by that I mean Hatsune, who comes in the next 2, 3, 4 months. And Carol on release wasn't really that impressive. She has some uses, like in PvP, she can catch people by surprise. If you have her on a Princess Arena team, on like your second or third, and where your enemies can't see your team, Carol can do a lot of damage there because of her insanely good, overall good damage on her AoE. Does a lot of AoE damage, pretty good against multi-target. She has like a multi-target niche against some bosses, like the new dungeon boss she can be doing good in, clan battle and stuff like that, but I don't think she's bad because defensive shredding is still really, really powerful. Like, I would not say she's as worse as Chloe or, you know, worse than, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of characters in here that, you know, On or Gray, like, she's definitely better than these characters, right? Some are Tamaki, but she's just, in terms of comparing to other 6 stars, she's definitely falls behind. So that is why I will place the Carol on B tier. Alright, next B tier character is actually going to be Lima, and the reason why I'm going to be putting her here, and people are going to be like, whoa, what do you mean? She's like the best PvP tank in the game. I can agree. I think she's probably the best PvP tank in the game at the moment. But the thing with Lima, and the problem that I have with her, is that that is her only game mode. Now, you could use her in quest mode and stuff like that, but, you know, she does have a delayed start and everything. She's good in one game mode. Like, one game mode, she rocks, bro. She's extremely good in arena mode. I will give her that. But 2/3 of the other game is PvE. You know, you have Tower of Luna, you have Clan Battle, you have Quest Mode, you have other stuff like that that is not PvP focused, where she is not your number one tank. She's like, you don't even want to use this character unless you're running multiple teams and trying to beat it. I would not recommend using this tank at all for any quest mode. She's really good. She can do it, but would you rather run her or, you know, 6-star Pecrian? Like, there's a lot of characters that you can run tank-wise that would just be stronger overall than Lima in any other game mode. But in PvP and arena mode, she does excel, which is why I'm not going to place her down here or anything. She's going to be right next to Carol in B tier. Okay. Next B tier character, I'm going to be bringing Io. And now the reason why I'm going to be bringing Io here is because Io, I feel like, has a lot of use in Arena. She is one of the most annoying disruptors in Arena. Stealing TP, charming you. It's annoying, right? It's really strong on defense. The problem that I have with her is the same problem that I have with poor Lima right here. Lima just can't be used, and same with Io, in other game modes. Lima's a little bit different. Lima you can potentially use as a tank character and stuff like that. Io, are you gonna charm a boss with Io? No, you're not. You're not charming bosses with Io. And I think that's the main use of Io, is to charm, disrupt, you know, steal TP and stuff like that. But her use outside of being a defensive character or an attack character in arena mode is like almost zero. Almost zero. But in those arena modes, she is easily one of the best in her category. Easily. And that's what makes her so good still. But I definitely would say in overall use throughout the game, it does matter a lot. Like, if you're useful in every content, and you might be an underperforming 6-star, like Carol, but you're useful in every single content in the game, which is why you would still be in B tier compared to C tier and below these guys. So I feel like that's going to end it for this tier. They are on the lower end of 6 stars, and it's not because I hate them or hate the character. I love Carol, I love Io, Lima. So starting off the A tier, I think I'm going to throw in Priconne. 6-star Priconne, I feel like, is a fantastic 6-star. Now, if you would have asked me before Twinkle Wish came out and Yukari and stuff like that, if Priconne was originally the best 6-star on release, I think her and Kokoro were both like 1 and 2. You could argue either or, and then Carol was below them. Priconne is a tank that is going to get power creeped eventually, of course. But right now, I feel like she is amazing. She has the self-absorption barrier and stuff like that. She's going to be massively raising her defenses on her Union Burst, which basically makes her almost immortal to any damage, magical and physical. She tanks it all. She heals herself. If you have a tank on the team like Priconne, you know you're going to be safe, because this character is going to be a very, very strong, hard-to-kill character. In terms of overall use throughout content, I mean, you see this character all the time on arena defense, all the time in quest mode and Tower of Luna. You don't see her used in clan battle, because clan battle is a more damage focused meta rather than Priconne, who doesn't really do that much damage. Or you'd rather run, instead of normal 6-star Priconne, you'd run the brand new Princess Priconne, who does like 5,000 times the damage that the 6-star Priconne does. But in terms of tanking and overall use throughout all the game modes, this character definitely deserves the A tier. She is very, very tanky, very strong. Next character going into the A tier, I'm thinking it's going to be Reno, while being the best attacker on arena mode in the entire game at the current moment, with her extremely high chance to crit. The Corona Rain is so powerful. She also can be very good against multi-target bosses as well. Very strong in Tower of Luna for clearing floors, because the floors in Tower of Luna have the enemy characters like Carol, Io, and stuff like that. So she can be strong for taking out those characters or just getting them super, super low, finishing them off, stuff like that. She has a lot of uses outside of just arena mode, which makes it really good. Her one weakness, of course, is going to be very tanky characters, single target characters as well. Characters that can just kind of eat her attacks. Which is going to be one of the downfalls with her, is kind of, I think, single target she's not that good in. Clan battle, she has a niche against multi-target, just like Carol does, where you have a niche against it. So if you have a multi-target character, Reno could be good there, and I feel like that's what makes her so good. I feel like that also makes her get the A tier because of her overall use throughout different contents, Tower of Luna, quest mode, stuff like that. Okay, so the next A tier character, I'm actually going to drop in Hiyori here. Now, Hiyori, just like Reno, is going to be almost in the exact same scenario. I feel like Reno is better in arena mode than Hiyori is in arena mode, but I feel like Hiyori outside of arena mode is better than Reno. You really can exchange these characters. It doesn't matter which way you put them. I mean, this isn't really any particular order anyways, but I feel like Reno and Hiyori are so similar in kits with their multi-targets. I mean, Reno is more multi-target than Hiyori is. Hiyori's very front damage, and then a lot of damage to the back as well. Clan battle, she's super good in because of her immense damage. Arena mode, she's great in because of her AoE and stuff like that. So I feel like she deserves the A tier just for her overall power and use throughout the game. She's just super strong. She hits like a truck. Her and Reno both just hit so damn hard that you just cannot put them any lower than A. And okay, so the next character going to be in A tier, I'm going to throw in Kokoro. Now, Kokoro, when she first came out, just like Priconne, I feel like Kokoro is now better than Priconne. I've come to like Kokoro more than Priconne, but Kokoro being able to buff magical and physical attack makes her an overall great character, healing the entire team. She basically full heals herself and about half or 75 your entire team as well. So she can keep your team alive as well as keep herself alive. She gives an action speed buff. She's buffing up your damage on your attackers as well. She's just a great, solid, good support character that I feel like is going to age very, very nicely. She's obviously going to fall off later on when we get characters like Princess Kokoro and stuff like that, who you just want to run over 6-star Kokoro. But at the moment, 6-star Kokoro is just so powerful. Healing and stuff like that will always be good. Healing is never going to not be good. You always want to keep your characters alive. And of course, buffing up your attack will always be good as well. So A tier for Kokoro, I feel like that's fair. A lot of people would probably agree with that. And then the last character that we're going to be putting into A tier, and then we'll just throw the other characters on top of S, is going to be Rei. Now, Rei, I feel like, is probably, at the moment, one of the strongest DPSs in the game. She's easily top 3. You can argue her, Christina, New Year, Carol are the best DPSs in the game. In terms of physical DPSs, it's her and Christina are just 1 and 2 best. Defensive shredding, immense damage. This character hits like an absolute freight train with not only her Union Burst. Union Burst does hit decently hard, but then her skills, when they're double damage and stuff like that, it's going to be hitting like a truck. If you crit on them, I mean, you're hitting like 150k on a skill. It's insane. The defensive shredding is extremely high too, which not only does improve her own damage, but improves her team's damage as well. So she's also got some use there. She's got some utility. She hits like a truck. She buffs up the best characters in the game. I don't know what else to say about this character. I did the showcase on her yesterday, and I feel like this character is just so damn good for being able to dish out damage as well as provide some utility to the team. For clan battle, this character is one of the best in the game. I feel like she is a must-run in clan battle. You're going to be using this character a lot. For other game modes, arena mode, you can use her. I wouldn't suggest using her over other AoE characters like Hiyori, Muimui, Reno, stuff like that, Carol even. But she's still good. You can get a lot of use out of her attacking and defensive shredding and stuff like that in arena mode, but I personally wouldn't recommend it as much. But in the other game modes, like the important ones, Tower of Luna, which gives you a ton of jewels, clan battle, which gives you a ton of jewels and stuff like that, quest modes and PvE content, bosses, fights, and all that stuff, she's going to be one of the best, one of your first picks and one of the best picks in the game, which is why I rate her so high. So now with that out the way, let's go ahead and just throw the last 3 characters into the S tier, which is going to be the 3 you see at the top, Yukari, Yui, and Maho. Now you notice one thing about all these characters is they're all support characters. All the support characters that are all so damn good. Now until Exjino comes around, that is when damage will just finally be too strong. Her damage will just be too high that you can't put her anywhere else but S tier with the best. But at the moment, these support characters rule the game. If you notice, all support characters in this game, Kokoro, all the 6-star support characters are ranked super, super high. And that is just because of how powerful the support character is. Maho, blinding, TP regeneration, buffing up your defenses. It's just too good. Single target healing as well from Maho. 6-star Maho is just amazing. One of the best defensive characters in arena mode on the game. You use her in clan battle too to give you TP and stuff like that. Yui is the best healer in the game at the moment. All characters get healed for full HP pretty much. She has one of the fastest action speed buffs in the game. It's a large action speed buff, which makes your team just shoot out their skills, which means more damage, more shredding, stuff like that. Yui is a great character, giving physical defense as well, so she has some support there as well with buffing up your defenses, which is pretty good. And then Yukari, it's Yukari. TP regeneration, extremely high. Magical shield. If you go against a magical team and you bring Yukari, you're 99% of the time going to win that fight. Unless they shred through you somehow. But Yukari being able to give the negation shield to all allies for magic damage, her being an extremely good tank as well. Single target healing, single target TP, massive buff, where you basically get your Union Burst fully back with this character. It's so damn good. And I think that's pretty much going to cover it for this 6-star tier list. Please let me know what you think of the 6-star tier list down in the comment section down below. How do you think I did, and what would you rate your characters at? I feel there's a lot of characters that you could mix around. I know some people want to put Rei in S tier. Some people, I don't know, some people want to put Reno up there. Maybe you'd have it like this and think Carol sucks, or maybe you think Io sucks. I don't know, it's all up to you, but thank you everyone for watching today's video. Hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, everyone.